Hello everybody. Today I want to discuss the remaining topics of chemical effects of electric current. As we have discussed earlier, what is an electric current or electricity? As I told you that electricity is the movement of charges from one body to another body. Okay, so the flow of charge, that is known as electric current or electricity. And where the charges can flow, the charges or the electricity can pass through the materials. So those materials are known as conductors, and if the electricity or the current will not pass through the materials, so that type of materials are known as insulators. Like rubber, like plastic are the insulators, and metals are the conductors. Okay, so that you can say that materials which allow current to pass through them are known as conductors. Okay, so we can easily find out these. And what is electric circuit? So electric circuit is the path through which electric current passed. Okay, means the path through which electric current is passed or electric current is flow through that path is known as electric circuit. Okay, or a simple circuit, that we can say. And electrolyte is that liquid which conduct electricity. Okay, if we will put some water, that water does not conduct electricity, then what we will do? We can put some salt into it, or we can put the lemon juice, then it will conduct the electricity. So that solution becomes the electrolyte. Okay, so that we have discussed. Now the two electrodes are there, that negative electrode and positive electrode. Negative electrode is known as cathode and positive electrode is known as anode. Okay, so anode contains, that means deposition of negative ions takes place on anode, and deposition of positive ions takes place on cathode, because cathode is negative electrode, so positive ions will be collected over there. Okay, so when we will pass the electricity, then through the electrolyte, then what happens? The electrolyte will be decomposed into its constituent. So that decomposition takes place by passing the electricity through this solution. So that is known as electrolysis, or you can say the process of decomposition of electrolyte or decomposition of solution into ions on passing the electricity on passing the electric current through the solution, that is known as electrolysis. Lysis means splitting. Okay, and electro means by passing the electricity. We are using the electricity through that solution. Then what happens? It will be decomposed into its constituent. So that is known as electrolysis. Okay, that we have done. Okay, and during the electrolysis, you know that what happens, and the two terminals will be there, that are known as electrodes. One is positive electrode and another is negative electrode. Positive electrode is anode, negative electrode is cathode. You should aware about it. Okay, and electrolyte, a liquid which conduct electricity. Got it? Ionization, the process of formation of ions, that is known as ionization. Ionization takes place during the electrolysis process. Now today I want to discuss about the applications of electrolysis. What are the different applications of electrolysis? So let us discuss the electrolysis, where it is used. The electrolysis, actually commercial purpose of the electrolysis is taking place. That may be that electrolysis is used in the purification of metals, then extraction of metals, and it is also used in electroplating. In our chapter, electroplating is taking place. So let me discuss it later on. Before that, I want to discuss that the applications of electrolysis and what are the characteristics of good electrolyte. Do you know what are the different characteristics of good electrolysis? Actually, a good electrolyte should have the different properties. What are these? Actually, it should be highly soluble in water. Okay, then second property, that it should be a good conductor of electricity. because the light will be passed through it, that's why it should be good conductor of electricity. Then it should be as cheap as possible for large scale electrolysis. So it should be cheap also. So these are the three characteristics good for the good electrolysis, mainly good electrolyte. Okay. So these are the different characteristics. Now I want to discuss the applications of electrolysis. So let us discuss applications of electrolysis. Electrolysis. Okay. So first application is taking place in the purification of metals. Purification of metals. Second, extraction of metals. Extraction of metals. Okay. And third is electroplating. Electroplating. These are the three different applications of electrolysis. Now, purification of metals. How we can purify these metals? Okay, so for this purpose, the impure metal is made of anode and pure metallic cap strip is used as an cathode. So what we will do, that we will use the anode and cathode. So what we will do, the impure is impure metal, impure part of metal or impure metal is of anode, means it will be connected with the positive positive charge of the battery, so it will be anode, and pure will be connected with the negative charge. So pure metal that will be connected with the negative charge, that is cathode. Okay, so these two electrodes we can use. Okay, now what we will do, a common soluble salt of pure metal is taken as an electrolyte. Okay, on passing the current, then what happens? The anode dissolves, but only a pure metal deposits on the where? On the cathode. Pure metal will be deposited on the cathode. For example, like copper, silver, gold, these are refined by this process. So these are the different metals which can be refined by this method, like copper, gold, zincs, and you can write copper, gold, zinc, etc. Okay, so these, or silver also, that can be refined by this method. So we can purify these metals easily. Now second is extraction of metals. Actually certain metals are extracted from their ores and using this method, that is electrolysis method. Okay, for example, aluminium is obtained by passing the electric current through fused bauxite. Bauxite means Al2O3. This is the ore of aluminium, Al2O3. This is an bauxite. It is an ore of aluminium. Okay, so this is an bauxite. Then we can pass the electric current through this fused bauxite ore. It is an ore of aluminium, and cryolite you can pass that also. Okay, and active metals like sodium, then calcium and magnesium, these are also extracted from their ores by using the electrolysis process. So we can extract these metals. You can write the name also, calcium, sodium and magnesium. So you can write calcium, sodium and magnesium. We can extract by this electrolysis process. Okay, now third process is electroplating. That is in our syllabus. Mainly electroplating is the process of depositing a thin layer of one metal over another metal by the method of electrolysis, means bypassing the electricity through that solution. Okay, So that process is known as electroplating. Plating means the deposition of thin layer. Okay, and electro means electricity is passed through that. Got it? So electroplating is the process of depositing a thin layer of one metal over another metal by the process of electrolysis. Okay, so the articles of cheap metals are coated with precious metals like silver, gold to make them look more attractive, or they are very cheap also, because they means the gold metal is very precious. So what will do that, ornaments will be formed by the silver, and these are plated with the gold. So they are looking like the gold metals, लगते हैं ऐसे है कि गोल्ड ज्वेलरी है, बट इट विल बी इलेक्ट्रोप्लेटेड. ठीक है. सो द आर्टिकल्स टू बी इलेक्ट्रोप्लेटेड इज मेड ऑफ द कैथोड एंड द मेटल टू बी डिपोजिटेड एंड मेड ऑफ द एनोड. ठीक है. मीन्स जिस आर्टिकल को आपने इलेक्ट्रोप्लेट करना है दैट कैथोड का बना होगा वो. गॉट इट. एंड जो मेटल टू बी डिपोजिटेड वो हो गया एनोड. ठीक है. ओके. So, a soluble salt of the precious metal is taken as an electrolyte. वो electrolyte का काम करेगा soluble salt metal का. When current is passed through the circuit, then what's happened? Thin film of metal deposited on the cathode. And to make the electroplating used, what happens? Uniformly. The electroplating should be taking place uniformly. एक जैसी होगी and firmly adherent suitable current strength is used. If the current strength is very high, the plating may become brittle. Okay. So potassium जो था that will be electroplated metal because it was isolated by electrolysis easily. ठीक है. तो applications जो होंगी electroplated की that are widely used in our household also. हमारे घरों में भी हम लोग इसको यूज करते हैं. It is widely used for coating metal objects with thin layer of different metals. ठीक है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल क्रोमियम प्लेटिंग इज डन ऑन मेनी ऑब्जेक्ट्स सच एज किचन में गैस बर्नर्स हैं, देन बाथ है, टैप्स है, वाटर टैप्स हैं बाथरूम्स में. ओके. सो दैट इवन जो हैंडल्स ऑफ डोर्स है दैट आर ऑल्सो इलेक्ट्रोप्लेटेड. ठीक है. तो इलेक्ट्रोप्लेटिंग इज वाइडली यूज टू प्रिवेंट द कोरोजन. फॉर एग्जाम्पल दैट क्रोमियम हैज एन शाइनिंग अपीयरेंस, इट डज नॉट कोरोइड. वाटर टैप देखे ना आपने जो बाथरूम्स में यूज होते हैं. सो दे आर कोटेड विद द क्रोमियम, सो दैट्स व्हाई रस्टिंग इज नॉट टेकिंग प्लेस. रस्टिंग नहीं होगी, कोरोइड नहीं होंगे. ओके. एंड शाइनिंग सरफेस इज ऑल्सो देयर. बाइक के हैंडल्स हैं दैट आर ऑल्सो क्रोमियम प्लेटिंग, शाइनिंग सरफेस होगा इनका. ठीक है. देन ज्वेलर्स इलेक्ट्रोप्लेट सिल्वर एंड गोल्ड ऑन लेस एक्सपेंसिव मेटल्स. ठीक है. लाइक कॉपर का बना दिया या फिर और लेस एक्सपेंसिव आयरन का कोई चीज़ बनाया उसके ऊपर इलेक्ट्रोप्लेट कर दिया सिल्वर का. ठीक है. सो लाइक दैट. सो दे विल बी लेस एक्सपेंसिव मेटल्स है वो इलेक्ट्रोप्लेट होंगे और दे विल बी जस्ट लुकिंग लाइक द सिल्वर और गोल्ड. ओके. देन टिन cans आर यूज्ड फॉर स्टोरिंग फूड as made by the electroplating tin on iron. Okay. And iron is coated with zinc to protect it from corrosion and prevent formation of rust. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? Galvanization. Galvanization process भी होती है. Because of that, iron को कोट किया जाता है zinc से, molten zinc से कोट किया जाएगा. तो iron is coated with the zinc and to protect it from the corrosion. Rusting नहीं होगी iron में, corrosion नहीं होगा. Okay. So these are the different things. So you can just learn them. And have you heard about the voltmeter? क्या होता है voltmeter? Voltmeter that is given in your book also. Voltmeter actually it is an apparatus. Electrolysis is carried out by an apparatus that is known as voltmeter or electrolytic cell. एक ही बात है, इलेक्ट्रोलाइटिक सेल और वोल्टामीटर. वोल्टामीटर और इलेक्ट्रोलाइटिक सेल. ठीक है. बात एक ही है. एक्चुअली वोल्टामीटर और इलेक्ट्रोलाइटिक सेल जो कंटेनर है वो ग्लास का कंटेनर होगा. मेनली बीकर होता है, ग्लास का बीकर होता है जिसके अंदर 2 इलेक्ट्रोड्स होंगे. और इलेक्ट्रोड्स किन से कनेक्टेड होंगे? नेगेटिव एंड पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल ऑफ द बैटरी, ठीक है। सो ये जो ऑपरेटस है पूरा जिसमें इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस हो रहा है, ओके, सो दैट इज नोन एज वोल्टामीटर। सो यू कैन राइट द डेफिनेशन ऑफ वोल्टामीटर ऑल्सो। क्या होता है वोल्टामीटर, ठीक है, तो आप इसको लिख सकते हो, वोल्टामीटर क्या है, इलेक्ट्रोप्लेटिंग क्या है, ओके, ये प्रोसेस लिख सकते हैं आप। सो यू कैन राइट दैट ऑल्सो, voltmeter, electrolysis is carried out, electrolysis is carried out, electrolysis is carried out, okay, from where it will be carried out, ठीक है, carried out in an apparatus, carried out in an apparatus, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, voltmeter, okay, so apparatus known as voltmeter, apparatus is known as, you can write that, electrolysis is carried out in an apparatus known as voltmeter, okay, known as voltmeter, got it? So that is voltmeter, okay. So that voltmeter is also known as electrolytic cell, means that electrolytic cell or voltmeter same things are, means both are same thing actually, दोनों एक ही चीज है, ओके, कि वोल्टामीटर में क्या हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, ऑपरेटर्स है, वहाँ इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस इज टेकिंग प्लेस, ठीक है, इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस हो रहा है जिस ऑपरेटर्स में, उसी को हम क्या बोलेंगे, वोल्टामीटर, उसको हम इलेक्ट्रोलाइटिक सेल भी बोल सकते हैं। नाउ यू कैन राइट द अनदर डेफिनेशन ऑल्सो, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी और इलेक्ट्रिक करंट बोथ आर सेम, सो व्हाट इज इलेक्ट्रिसिटी या व्हाट इज करंट, both are same, electricity or electric current. So you can write the definition of electricity, the movement of charges through a body, the movement of charges through a body is called electric current, or you can say electricity. Now next, electric current, or that electric current, you can say that flow of electric charge, that is known as electric current, okay. Now that conductors, that I have already told you, conductors are those material through which, which allow electric current to flow through them. So you can write the materials, look at, you can write the definition of conductors also. What are conductors? Actually rainwater, tap water, that are the good conductors of electricity, okay. If we will talk about the distilled water is a poor conductor of electricity. We can make it good conductor of electricity by using the lemon juice, any base or any salt. We can add some salt into it, then it will become the good conductor, okay. Otherwise distilled water does not contain any iron, does not contain any salt, so it is an poor conductor of electricity, okay. So let us write the conductors, materials which allow, materials which allow electric current, okay, which allow electric current, flow through them, okay, electric current to flow, electric current to flow through them. These are known as flow through, to flow through them, okay, to flow through them, that are known as conductors. And insulators are just opposite to the conductors. And as I told you that rainwater, tap water, that is the good conductor, that is an electrolyte. These are the good conductors of electricity. Okay, if we will take the another things, that insulators are just opposite to the conductors. These are those materials which do not allow electric current to flow through them. So you can write the insulators materials which do not allow electric current to flow through them, These are the insulators. Okay. Electrolyte, I told you that the liquid which conduct electricity and undergoes decomposition. So you can write that also. You can write this. If you have not written, pause the video and write this definition. Okay. Now let us write the definition of electrolyte. Got it? So you can write electrolyte, the liquid which conduct electricity. Okay. So the liquid which conduct electricity, and undergoes decomposition. ठीक है, जिसमें इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कंडक्ट होगी और खुद क्या हो जाएगी, डिकम्पोज हो जाएगी. सो दैट यू कैन राइट. ओके, एंड अंडरगोज decomposition. So that is known as electrolyte. Okay, electrolyte होगा. Now electrolysis or electroplating, that definition you can write also. Electrolysis and electroplating और लिख लो. Electrolysis क्या होता है? The process of decomposition of an electrolyte. The process of decomposition of an electrolyte the process of decomposition of an electrolyte solution, electrolyte solution, okay. So electrolyte solution into ions on passing an electricity, into ions on passing an electricity. ओके, जब हम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पास करेंगे तो डिकम्पोज हो जाएंगे, इलेक्ट्रोलाइट डिकम्पोज होके आयंस के फॉर्म में चेंज होंगे. ठीक है, आयंस है ग्रुप ऑफ चार्ज एटम्स. ठीक है, ग्रुप ऑफ चार्ज एटम्स आर नोन एज आयंस. फॉर एग्जांपल Na पॉजिटिव है, सो दैट इज केटायन. पॉजिटिव आयंस आर नोन एज केटायंस एंड नेगेटिव आयंस आर नोन एज एनायंस. ठीक है, एक्चुअली जो मेटल्स हैं, मेटल्स फॉर्म द केटायंस एंड नॉन मेटल्स फॉर्म एनायंस. ओके, तो लूज करेंगे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स तो मेटल्स लूज करेंगे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स और ये बनाएंगे केटायंस. और एनायंस हैं, दे विल गेन द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, और गेन करेंगे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स तो दे विल फॉर्म द एनायंस. ठीक है, तो एनायंस बनेंगे. तो लूज और गेन करके जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स बनेंगे, जब जो भी बनते हैं, सो दैट आर नोन एज आयंस. कोई भी एटम है या मॉलिक्यूल है, जब इलेक्ट्रिक करंट पास होगा तो इट विल क्रिएटेड बाय लूजिंग और गेनिंग द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. one or more electron they will gain or lose, so that are known as ions. ठीक है, so you can write that when what we have written, solution into ions on passing electric current through them या passing electricity through it. ठीक है, on passing electric current through them, on passing electric current through them या through it. ठीक है, सो इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस में क्या होगा, डिकम्पोजिशन होगा, इलेक्ट्रोलाइटिक सोल्यूशन है वो डिकम्पोज हो जाएगा. लाइक इफ यू विल टेक सोडियम क्लोराइड सोल्यूशन लिया, तो सोडियम क्लोराइड सोल्यूशन में इलेक्ट्रोलाइट सोल्यूशन है ये. ठीक है, सो जब व्हेन विल पास द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी तो Na पॉजिटिव और Cl नेगेटिव आयंस आर फॉर्म्ड. ठीक है, तो ये जो डिकम्पोजिशन हुआ NaCl का बाय पासिंग द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, उसको हम बोलेंगे इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस. ठीक है, now last definition है that you can write electroplating you can write also, and learn these definitions and read out your chapter 14, that is chemical effects of electric current. और chemical effects of electric current यही है, decomposition हो रहा है, जो chemical changes आ रहा है. ठीक है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल वाटर है, वाटर को हमने इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पास की तो इट विल बी डिकम्पोज इनटू हाइड्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन आयंस. ठीक है, तो हाइड्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन आयंस में ये डिकम्पोज हो गया, हाइड्रोजन अलग है. नाउ दैट प्रोडक्ट टोटली दिस इज द रिएक्टेंट, तो रिएक्टेंट से जो आपको प्रोडक्ट मिला ये टोटली डिफरेंट है. इट मीन्स केमिकल चेंजेस इज टेकिंग प्लेस. जब इसका डिकम्पोजिशन हुआ तो आपका केमिकल चेंज हो रहा है, फिजिकल नहीं हो रहा है, और ये चेंज है वो इरिवर्सिबल चेंज है. ठीक है, तो इसीलिए केमिकल इफेक्ट्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट है. जब इलेक्ट्रिक करंट पास करेंगे तो केमिकल इफेक्ट्स वी कैन सी कि आयंस आर फॉर्म्ड, डिफरेंट आयंस फॉर्म होंगे. ओके, तो दैट इज नोन एज केमिकल इफेक्ट्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट, जो है इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस. यही हम पढ़ रहे हैं इस चैप्टर में, इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस वी आर डूइंग. ठीक है, एंड इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस इज टेकिंग और इज कैरिड आउट बाय द apparatus दैट इज नोन एज वोल्टामीटर. इसको इलेक्ट्रोलाइटिक सेल भी बोलते हैं. ओके, दैट इज ऑल्सो नोन एज इलेक्ट्रोलाइटिक सेल. ओके, सो लास्ट प्रोसेस है इलेक्ट्रोप्लेटिंग. यू कैन राइट दैट इलेक्ट्रोप्लेटिंग. द नेम इटसेल्फ गिव्स इट्स डेफिनेशन. इलेक्ट्रोप्लेटिंग क्या है? द प्रोसेस ऑफ डिपोजिटिंग अ थिन लेयर, a process of depositing a thin layer of one metal. ठीक है, thin layer of any desired metal लिख लो आप, thin layer of any desired metal. ठीक है, जो चाहिए, मीन्स इफ यू आर कोटिंग द कॉपर विद और आयरन विद द सिल्वर, तो डिजायर मेटल लेंगे. ठीक है, तो ऑफ एनी डिजायर मेटल ऑन अनदर. ठीक है, एक मेटल से दूसरे पे डिपॉजिट करेंगे. ओके, another material, you can write that material by the method of electrolysis. another metal या फिर material. ठीक है, मटेरियल लिया या आपने मेटल लिया, दूसरा मेटल लिया, कोई भी बात, मैटर ही मटेरियल ही है. मेटल इज ऑल्सो अ मटेरियल. तो यू कैन राइट अनदर मेटल लिख सकते हो या मटेरियल लिख सकते हो. ओके, सो बाय द मेथड ऑफ या bypassing electricity, by the method of method of electrolysis. Okay, by the method of electrolysis या फिर bypassing the electricity. With this I would like to say thank you and have a nice day.